Hi, my name is Amie Lettingham. I'm a master certified relationship coach, and I love helping singles become mindful and conscious with dating. So, today we're going to talk about a topic that's really important that I feel a lot of singles struggle with out there, and it's dating a narcissist. And it's like most of us don't really understand or see the signs. So, I'm going to talk about the 5 signs for you to take notice and then give you a tip for you to get out of that type of relationship and ways for you to be stronger and cut the cord and walk away without any remorse, okay? So let's get started. First, I want you to know you're not alone. I've definitely been there. I was attracted to narcissistic men as well. And I want you to know that it really starts, for me, myself, from the family of origin. And that's where it all stems from, this family of origin or whoever, was a bigger influence on you that had this similar personality. So what we tend to do is we date what's comfortable to us. Even though it might not be good for us, it's very comfortable. So this is the reason why we may negotiate or say, I'll give him a chance, because it feels like family to us, right? And so the tips that I want you to look out for, number 1, is that if you're dating someone that doesn't treat you like a priority, they're constantly talking about themselves, thinking about themselves, not even considering your emotions, your feelings within the relationship, that's a major red flag. That's something for you to start noticing. Just because maybe they'll win you over by buying you dinner, or, I have a client that she's like, oh my gosh, he gave me $1,000 and I was struggling with money. He really cares about me. Well, the guy's really wealthy and money doesn't mean anything to him, even though that seems like a thoughtful gesture. One of the things that was a major downfall is that he always talks about himself. He never asks her any questions about her. She has to insert herself in the conversation. That's usually a red flag that this person is a narcissist, okay? The second thing is the complete lack of boundaries or consideration for your boundaries. So it's really important that you take notice and you don't negotiate yourself. If you said, we're going out on Saturday, and he commits to it and he doesn't show up, or he makes excuses, or he says, oh, I'm so sorry, can we reschedule? And he's doing it consistently, it's a pattern. That's a red flag for you to look at. All these excuses, all these things that he's saying, and then he ends up doing what he wants to do, right? Not what you want to do. That right there is a major red flag and an issue. So you need to take notice. This guy might be a narcissist, okay? The third thing is it's just all give and no take. So what I mean by that is you're giving, and he's literally not giving back or telling you, that he's considerate in your feelings or considerate in your thoughts or asking you what you want. And that's, in a relationship, a healthy one, there's a give and take. There's, giving and receiving so that the energy is balanced. But if you're giving, and he's just taking, then you'll notice, number 1, you're depleted, your energy is exhausted. And even though you have a relationship, it's not fulfilling you. That's a sign that you're giving too much. So please do take notice of that. So number 4 is there's a sense of entitlement. The attitude is what's in it for me, never ever thinking about what's in it for you. And it comes with a hidden agenda. He always comes with a motive, right? And so if you're not on par with him, all of a sudden the attitude changes and there's manipulation. I know my ex used to, if I wasn't on par with his idea, and if I offered him something, he would always flip it around so that it was his idea and what he wanted. And what he would do if I wasn't on par and I suggested something, he would get in a fight with me purposely so that I would stay home and he could go do whatever he wanted to do. That right there is a major red flag. You have to look out for that. And if you see that, you'll notice you're feeling like an energy drain because of the fact that you're fighting and you have no idea where the fight started. It's almost like, whoa, why are we fighting? And then all of a sudden, you're not seeing each other and he gets his way. That's a red flag right there. And the 5th thing that tells me that you're dating a narcissist is that he will always blame everything on you. He will never take accountability. I remember a couple of my clients telling me their ex-husband now was a spin doctor and would always spin it out, even when it's their fault. They would spin it out to make, my client feel like they're the problem, that it was their fault all along. And after a while, when the person does that over and over and over again, eventually you start believing it. So you have to be really careful and mindful and know that you should not take on ownership of anything you didn't do wrong. And even if that person is so convincing, speak out, get help, tell people what's going on so that they can give you their point of view. And if you notice everyone's conflicting and he's the only person that seems to blame you, then you know you're dating a narcissist. So how are you going to keep yourself safe and steer clear from these type of relationships? Well, it's really important that you come up with a list of non-negotiables in a relationship and you hold those boundaries strong. Those are things that are your deal breakers. They're pretty black and white. It's like having a child. It's like if you want to have children, you either have them or you don't. There's no half a child, right? So you have to make those list of non-negotiables of behaviors that you want with a partner that you want to share in a relationship, and that partner has to meet every single one of them. Usually it's around 10 to 15 non-negotiables when I work with clients. We come up with the list. Make sure that you have enough listed and compare notes. Like when you're going out on a date with somebody or talking to someone, listen to what they're saying about honesty and what their interpretation is. Does it align with yours? And if it does, then you're on the same page, because non-negotiables can be very subjective. And I don't want you to fall victim in someone saying, yeah, well, I believe in honesty and, commitment, and their idea of it being totally different than yours, okay? So get that list, screen the person up front, at least 90 days. I always say it takes 2 to 3 months for someone to really reveal their personality, they get comfortable within those 90 days. That's why corporate America usually does probationary periods around that time. So use that information around 90 days, discover who this person is. Do their actions match their words? And from there, decide if you want to continue dating. If they cross your boundaries, if they don't meet your non-negotiables, get out. Run out as soon as possible. There's no point in you wasting your time with the wrong person because they were never a good fit. Move on so that you can make yourself available for the right person. All right, I am so grateful for you to be a part of this conversation with me. Tell me if you've ever dated a narcissist. I know I definitely have. And what tips you have or any shares that you want to share with us, comment below, because I definitely think your story can help many other people. And if you have any questions, please visit me at amiethedatingcoach.com. Grab my free ebook, 5 Dating Traps That Are Keeping You Single. And hopefully we will be meeting soon, all right? I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, and definitely subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to do that. All right, bye.